This is the unboxing and review of the Alakazam Magic BIP Book 2.0. So the BIP Book 2.0 is a magic effect where you take the book, show it to a victim, and the victim seemingly picks random words, and the mentalist seemingly reads their mind. What does the Alakazam site say? Well, it says 30 quid, you get some videos, do a quick Google for what else is available. We can get this from Penguin, and the Penguin is a bit more informative. It says that the book is handed to a participant who opens it to any page, looks at a number. He uses that number to choose a country from a list. He's asked to think about that country, its capital, and any famous landmark. Participant number 2 opens the book, remembers the word, and turns to the back of the book and free associates from the list. Participant 3 opens the book and remembers the shapes and colours. Participant 4 opens the book and remembers a number. And Participant 5 opens the book and remembers a time. So it's obvious that there is some forcing going on here, and the victim is given a list of events, actions, nouns, whatever to remember, but clearly it's only a list, so the list can only be chosen. Where else can we get this from? eBay. eBay have got the same thing for £38. Here it is, and I'll do a quick Google through, just look at the videos to see the handling. Have a look on the Magic Cafe. It says that it's great, so lots of endorsements for the BIP book. But why don't I have a look and see exactly what I bought when I bought it? Okay, so what did I get when I bought the BIP book? Well, as ever with these, you get a discreet plastic bag. They always come in these plastic bags with the effect, and this cost me £20. It was a while ago. And what did I get in the bag? So I got the bag. The bag contained the BIP book, which is a nice bit of pre-printed, made cardboard, made of quite strong cardboard, to be fair. Pages are quite strong. It's nicely stapled together. The idea, I think, is that this belongs to the British Institute of Parapsychology, but of course the question would be, why is it just bound with staples? But never mind. Number 49, presumably there's a number 48. And then inside we have, on the inside cover, a list of countries. Are they random? Who knows? On the back we've got some words. Are they random? Who knows? And that's it. And then if we open the book, it appears that we flick through, and lots of indifferent random. So this one is Roots 747 with a star and a circle. Swaddle 68. 2140, that is a time, but it's not exactly obvious that it's a time, etc. So that's what you get when you flip through, and when you open it at random, you get 15 carat, you get 15 jewellery, you get 30 racing, I get 15 engagement, I get 3 tyre, and it all looks fairly open and fair, although quite why the British Institute of Parapsychology would want to use one of these is anybody's guess. So I get the book. Now, in the bag, we have the BIP book leaflet. Let's see what this is. Let's open the content, and here we have a little bag. I do like the little bags. I'll put my jelly babies in them. Okay, so nicely printed. We've got on the inside some advertisements for building blocks, Grail, Stealth Wallet, DVDs, etc. And on the back, I've got pretty much the same text that I saw on that website. So it said BIP 2.0 upgraded for use anywhere in the world with a new killer finale. I wonder if there was ever a BIP 1.0. Maybe there was, I don't know. Imagine handing out a small official-looking book from the British Institute of Parapsychology. Imagine that. You freely show each page, blah blah blah, some numbers. The book is handed to participant number 1. I think we've seen this before. Participant number 2 opens it, remembers the word. Participant 3 opens it, remembers the shapes. Participant 4 opens it, numbers, etc. The options are limitless. Well, I doubt that they're actually limitless. They may be a fair few, but I doubt they're limitless. Easy to learn. You'll be performing this almost as soon as you open the package. And it's true that it is fairly well inspectable. I could hand this to somebody. I don't think you just see the gimmick just by reading through it. I think it would be fairly well covered. So what have we got? Inside the book, it tells me that it says, welcome, I've used the book in one form, da da da. It's perfect for one-on-one. The effect is the mentalist displays the book. Entitled the BIP book. They explain the word relates. Volunteers turn up. Happy days. It tells me the last page of instructions, word association, and now we've got... Oh, turned to the wrong page, beg your pardon. So, second page, page 2. Shows me the word on every page, the word association. Number 2 opens it, and this is all about how the effect works. Finally, number 5 opens the book to any page and remembers the time printed at the top of the page. Okay, I think I might have preferred to see a clock because the numbers themselves don't really say time, they just say numbers, but never mind. So, method. Okay, so that's the effect, and it says that the method is effectively works on the same principle as the Svengali deck. So every other page is cut short, and these are the force pages. When the book is flicked through, all the pages show different. Well, let's have a quick look and see how that works in practice, to see how reasonable it is that we might do that. So let's take a little post-it here, and if I look at it, so if I flick this way, these are the different book pages. If I go backwards, in fact, you might be able to tell that is, in fact, ever so slightly shorter than the page behind it. So there you have the classic long and short. So you can take that, and when you go the other way, well, they all look pretty random to me. When I look through them, they're not exactly the same. Carat, let's see, there's another carat that appears. Ring, wheel, carat appears. Engine, jewellery, racing, engagement, finger. So maybe it's not quite tyre, finger, brakes, reason, carat. Okay, so clearly it's there's some choice, but it's different. Okay, so let's see what else that the instructions tell me I should do. In opposite direction, the pages will only show certain forced information consisting of 10 different force words to force one of the 2 different objects on the back cover, 3 different force designs, force numbers, etc., etc. So now it says why not put the same information on each page. They want multiple force options so it can be handled more freely, which is a good idea, of course. The last thing you want is some clever individual to spot what you're doing. Now, okay, so now we hold the book flat and we open it one way and we get one number, we open it the other way and we get another number. Perfect. What else does the book tell me? It says the last page of the instructions show the possible force words, so let's have a look at those in a minute. Then we start with the word association test. So word association is Neil Routledge's 8 objects. So let's go and find Neil Routledge online and read his 8 objects. Each force page is a word. There are 10 force words. Nothing is new, is it? 10 force words, 5 of which force a diamond ring, 5 of which force a sports car. So let's have a quick look and see. So presumably they'll go to the so let's have a look. So let's see. Top of the force picture, tyre. So sports car. Let's see how that works. For example, if they open the book and the word is engine, the only object on the back cover associated with that word is the sports car. Oh, I see. So you say finger. Okay, what is associated with the finger? Ink blotter, rocking horse, diamond ring, cowboy boots, computer, steel. But well, maybe I could say computer because your fingers tap the computer keys. Ink blotter, my fingers get inky. I think that they want you to pick something like diamond ring, but never mind. The engine, or should they do the carrot, the associated object can only be diamond ring. Fair enough. So now they're thinking one or two objects, but which? All you do is pump for the info, as simple as this. So presumably you say concentrate, and if you see them holding it, it could be the ring. So it's all about manipulating what the person does. So the next one is design dupes. So you say play big. Fair enough. Imagine a freely chosen design. Well, of course, we're not having a design freely chosen, but we want to put in the brain of the victim that it is freely chosen. Standing some of the volunteer, how it's simple. There are only 3 designs that choose from: a green square, a red triangle, the blue circle, a blue square. So let's have a look. Green square with black cross. Green square with black cross. There it is. There it is. There it is. So we'll see the same thing repeating. The key here is the colour red. So you'll know the design they're thinking of by picking the colour. So I see. So does it contain red? If it does, then you know it's a triangle. So then you ask them what's inside. So it's all about getting the first part of the question and then carrying on. Onto the force for the country, so remote viewing. So it says the numbers on the force pages are all numbers which add up to 18. Sneaky. 86, 594. So, okay. 14, 18, they all add up to 18. Who would have thunk it? How clever. Therefore, no matter which page they turn to, they'll only have a look at a country printed by the number 18 on the very first page. And the very first page says 18, which is France. Eiffel Tower, of course. I usually think of a landmark in the capital city and then draw the Eiffel Tower and write the word Paris. Well, of course, if they were doing it to somebody sneaky, they might have picked not the Eiffel Tower, they might have picked, I don't know, the metro. The metro is equally as iconic as Eiffel Tower. Fourth digit, so maths using this very old, have been used in many effects, is Psychological Subtleties by Banachek. Now that's a good book, I'm sure. In my opinion, Psychological Subtleties in the bookshelf. Each of the force numbers is made of 3 digits. The middle digit is always 9. The outer digits add up to 9. So ask the volunteer to concentrate on the first digit to get the audience to think picking it on the pad, write down the number 9 without showing it to anybody. Happy days. Ask the volunteer with the first digit and they tell me, ask who in the audience got it right, blah blah blah. Don't show the pad. Then ask the volunteer to concentrate on the second digit, write the first digits down, etc 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 etc. Do not write the final digit down. Let's say for example the first digit gave me 5, the second digit is always 9, so 9 minus 5 equals 4, so we now know the last digit is 4. And there we go. It takes a while, doesn't it? But we get there in the end. Write this at the end. Ask the volunteer to repeat the whole 3-digit number and turn the pad to show them that you were correct. Whew! Right on time. And the final force is one of 2 times, 3 o'clock or 1500. Obviously, they are both 3 o'clock. Well, there are several ways to handle this final revelation. You could simply tell the spectator the time he's thinking of, or she, presumably, or draw it on the back of your business card, or you could secretly set a couple of minutes to 3 on your watch before you bring out the BIP 2.0, and by the time you get to the final revelation, the time will be spot on. Whichever way you choose is a perfect conclusion. So here we go, and then we go, oh, bonus, non-force pages of the book are 3 psychological forces well known to most experienced mentalists. There's also a psychological force that can be used in conjunction with the number force. So those that have not spotted them yet, it's time to get your thinking caps on and do some research. A good starting point is Psychological Subtleties by Banachek. Vic book is not the The BIP book is not the effect, it is only the tool used to produce the effect, of course. When the selections have been made, put the book away so the real mind reading can begin. Biggest part of mentalism. So it says, included within the non-force pages of the book are 3 psychological forces which are well known to most experienced mentalists, and also a psychological force that can be used in conjunction with the number force. So the non-force pages have all got forces: leather, wooden, bark, animal as well. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Psychological subtleties. So let's go by psychological subtleties, and let's have a final check. The force information gives me, here's a list of everything being force: carrot, jewellery, engagement, sports car, tyre, the object force, the time force, and then the number forces. And that relates to oak tree, sports car, etc. And on this side, a list of countries which are all France. So there you have it. The BIP book 2.0. A good little product, 20 quid, although you do now need to go and buy psychological subtleties in order to get the remainder out of it. So happy days.